Welcome, welcome everybody. Lovely to see you. Well, I always say that, don't I? It's such a force of habit, but as we all know, I can't really see you. You can see me. Right, we are there. Fantastic. Okay, make sure I've turned the sound down. Hi. Well, tonight, very exciting. I was just about to, get started on my live, which obviously I'm still going to do, but the courier arrived and he brought me something. Hi from Shani and Alette. Are you both together, are you? Having some crafting time together. How fantastic. I obviously went to the courier and was just one box, and guess what it was? Every year we have a couple of conference events, and the one coming up shortly would be the biggest one, and we can get sort of like a kit for it. Usually it's in person and it's absolutely amazing. You get to meet up with your friends, and oh my gosh, it's such a fantastic event. Obviously, because of everything that's been happening, we can't meet live. So this is the next best thing. We have a live conference, but we get sent stuff. So I just opened my box, and it's called On Stage at Home. Very exciting. Yes, Linda, I'm so glad it arrived. You don't have to keep the secret anymore. I'm just going to quickly show you. It's so big, I can't turn the camera around. We had a lovely message from our CEO, Sarah Douglas. Absolutely lovely. She's such a sweetie, such a lovely person, and it's a lovely message. And I'll save that bit to last. We get some gorgeous pencils and a notebook to take notes during the conference. We get some badges and this amazing stamp set. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I hope I'm allowed to show you that actually. Never mind, I've done it now. And we get these mats, grid paper for our table. Hi, Melanie. Welcome, welcome. And lastly, but most excitedly, we get this little tote bag, and look what's on it, a bee. Isn't that incredible? Absolutely amazing. So in love with that, obviously. So I just had to share it with you because I just this very second opened it. So I feel like it's Christmas. And I'm just going to put that behind me, and we are going to get started on the Eden's Garden suite. Honestly, I got it a while ago and hadn't opened it, hadn't used it, and I played with it today, and it is so lovely. The two colours and the new in colours, the two greens, it's based around those colours, and they are my two favourite colours out of the new in colours, so couldn't be better. So let's flick over to the desktop, and I will show you. So working on your newsletter. Oh, very good. I sent mine out this morning. Okay, so this is the stamp set. And it has some gorgeous sayings. Look, my heart is tied to yours. Tug if you need anything. So sweet. Hello there. Sending hugs, let's celebrate. And it's a distinctive stamp set, so you get the different shades and the depths of colour when you stamp, which I always love. We have dies. So these are like wreath dies, but they're not circles. You can actually make it a circle if you cut it in half and just use the two ends, cut the length of the sides off them. You can make it in circles. Then you've got a smaller one, and you've got a lovely tag here. I'm going to show you some of the cards I made with all these elements anyway. This is gorgeous. It actually doesn't, this is not a cutting edge, so perfect for doing on the bottom of your cardstock. So just bearing that in mind, that it actually doesn't cut. Paper. And this is I've just got one out. So of all these, actually get 2 of each. As gold really look great with gold. I think it really is a fabulous combination. So let's get that a bit more in the camera, and you can see that. There we go. That helps to put that down, doesn't it? Okay, so that is the one side, and then on the other side you have the more plain, well, not really plain, but you don't have the gold embellishment and that in with it as well. So much you can do with all these. And the other papers that you get with this, which I've never actually stamped or done anything with before, is the tissue paper. Got that out. It really does feel like tissue paper. You get the 2 colours, the evening evergreen and the soft succulent, and it is just like tissue paper. Really, yeah, just like tissue paper. Probably just a little more structured than pure tissue paper that you would use for your snoz, but yeah. And one side is shiny and one side is matte. So I'll show you a couple of things with that as well. And lastly, I want to show you these gorgeous gems. These are, let me take this away so that you can, just beautiful. I don't know if you can see those shining in there, but they are stunning. Aren't they beautiful? That isn't part of them, of course. Okay, so I'm going to start off. I'll just show you a quick and easy card that you can make that looks really flash, but honestly it is quite, those gems at the bottom, yes they are beautiful. Now I've stamped inside already using the big flower stamp, which is this one, and I've done that in the soft succulent, and I have used some of the designer series paper as the first mat. Now I can't tell you where I got this is, I've had it for ages, so I do apologize. I usually try and say where I've got something from so that if someone's looking for it they can find it, but I don't. But you can use post-it notes or anything like that to do the same thing, but I am going to just pop that across there. So this is called masking. This is where your grid paper comes in handy because you can actually see that you've got it straight. Okay. Oops, that's not straight. As it was. There we go. And I'll just rip that bit off. Okay. So we've masked that off. Now I'm going to get my stamp, as they say. Oh, that's come right off. Back on. This is Balmy Blue I'm going to use. And I will put that piece up the top. As I say, this is a distinctive stamp. So when I stamp, just be aware of that in the sense that it will sort of look shaded, already pre-shaded, which is one of the things I love about these stamps. So just giving it a good press. Now I'm going to turn it over and do the bottom. Okay. Now I'm going to get some soft succulent. And I'm going to add some of the leaves. Now these are a couple of the leaves that are in the stamp set. We'll just stamp that off, I think. And add that there. It's very subtle, which is what I want. And did I do that in blue? No, I did that in soft succulent, didn't I? Might have done it in blue. That's all right. That doesn't matter. I'll do another one in green. That comes when you don't close your stamp sets, your ink pads. One of my things I usually try and remember, because I'm often someone that will put my finished work into my ink pad at the end, and it is very, very frustrating. Okay, I might do that one again. I didn't do the top very well. And then we're going to take off closing it this time so I don't make any mistakes. If we take off the mask, then you can see that the pattern is the top and the bottom. And we are going to then, now this is the tricky bit, we are going to stamp right in the middle and hope that I get it straight. I'm going to stand up for this. I always find I can do things a lot better if I'm standing in regards to getting things straight. Okay. There we go. Ta-da. Very good. So now I have cut some strips from the designer series paper. These are just about half a centimetre wide and the full width of the base. And I'm going to just adhere them to there. And it looks now as if you've created a panel on the top there. Let's just grab those. So as I say, it's a very, I've got some more complicated cards here to show you, some more avid, what they call avid, but I just say more layering really. This is just a quick, easy card that it's really easy to put together, doesn't require much die cutting or anything like that. Okay. And we're going to pop that on top of this mat. And we are going to pop a couple of gems on it, of course. So pop these ones on this time, I think. So there is blue. Oops. There is blue in these gems, even though I think they're supposed to be, these are the evening evergreen and this is the soft succulent, but they do have a little bit of a blue look to them. So perfect for this. Here we go. Dear friend, how are you? Easy as that, very quick and easy to make that card. So let me show you a couple of other cards and talk about what I did. So this is a square card. I do love square cards. And as I was saying before, the wreaths are not circular, but if you tuck them in like this and shorten the long bits, they do become circular. So I've popped both of those on there and some strips of the designer series paper and used that die to cut out in gold. Now this is that beautiful label die, this one here, which is stunning. Just looks so lovely with the evening evergreen, I think. Now these leaves are actually with the tissue, and I will just show you what I did to give them a little bit of texture. So this is the leaf flat like this, which is fine, obviously, but then if you just scrunch it up, so that is one of the things that I really like about the tissue, is that you can create a lot of texture just by giving it a bit of a scrunch, and you add the texture to whatever you are using it for. And then, of course, you just have to straighten it out a bit. But that just gives it, as you can see, some lovely, lovely depth and movement in those leaves. So that's that one. And then this one, this is using the big wreath as the oval shape or rectangle shape. And I've actually double die cut this and put a dark evergreen underneath the designer series paper. Now, I never thought of using designer series paper for this sort of thing, but Linda, who's actually watching, showed me something recently and I loved it. Thought it was such a great idea, really gave a pattern and some interest to the die cut without having to colour it as such. So thank you, Linda. The piece underneath here, that's actually tissue. That is the soft succulent tissue. And as you can see, it's been scrunched up and I've got gold sort of on it as well. So I just wanted to show you how to do that. This is another one done in the green. So you just get the tissue paper. It's always fun, isn't it, when you can do this sort of thing. And that's nice, Linda, you're welcome. And just open it out and just flatten it down a little bit. Now you're just going to get your Versamark and very, very lightly. Oh, one other tip actually, depending on how big you want the mat, always make it about 0.5 centimetre bigger, because when you scrunch it up, it actually loses its size. So just very, very gently rub over the tissue, and then the ridges that you've created will then have the Versamark on it, and you can always go back and add more. It's better to start less and then add more. And then you just pop it into your embossing powder, and this is gold. And tap off the excess like that. And I'll just quickly, I won't do the whole thing, because I just don't want to blast your ear with the heat tool for too long. So then you just, whoops, everything's flying. Just give it a quick blast with the heat tool. And as you can see, that adds those beautiful gold, oops, those beautiful gold highlights on that tissue paper and really gives it that gorgeous texture. So enjoyed doing that. And the last one, the same thing here. I've used a strip of the tissue paper and the gold embellishment. I actually used the matte side this time, and I have used the die to add the interest at the bottom there. And this is the soft succulent ribbon, sheer ribbon. So I've also once again die cut it twice, and this die, which is the smaller of the wreath dies, and then overlaid it with the gold and used crumb cake as the underneath leaf, and then gold on the top. And the highlight for me on this would be, yes, Linda, I was just going to say, I looked at these and I thought, oh my goodness, I know what I could make out of that. And so I've used the largest of the round gems, and then I have gone around with that and made a flower just with the gems. And I just really love how that turned out. I think it's so sparkly and so cute. Just love it. So those are the cards. I ran out of time to play and create any more because I had to get some other things done, but it was so much fun playing with this set. Of course, I've used soft succulent and evening evergreen because that is the main colour of the suite, but you could use blues or any colour you like with this suite. It doesn't have to be greens, but that is matching in with the designer series paper. So I thought I would just follow that theme. But I have got a bit of blue in here as well, balmy blue. So I hope that has given you, thank you, Linda, some ideas and thoughts about playing with your suite. It is available today to purchase, and I would highly recommend it. It is something out of next year's annual catalogue, so you get a head start on buying whatever you want from the next year's annual catalogue. Means you spread it out a bit much and not all at once, but I would highly recommend you have a look at it. There are so many wonderful parts to it. So thank you so much. Thank you, Melanie, for your kind words, and thank you everybody for watching, and take care, and I will see you all again next week. Bye.